Bonjour, bonjour, bonsoir, bonsoir, mon ami. Welcome to the Rêves magazine interview. I actually don't speak French much, but yeah, I'm here with Vincent, as you already know. Like, a man like Vincent still, the Jesus Christ. Michael Jackson S type guy. But you already know, man's here chilling with the man still.
Thank you.
We already spitting lines and like harmonizing and thing. You don't want to hear him sing right now, but probably later you just hear him still. You probably see like a video at some point. But you already know. I mean, like, look at him. He's just being all noble and that. But you deep down, this guy's gonna serenade your wife, cuz. But like, yeah, I think we met a while back. I think by around January, right?
Yep.
For the Millennial Show.
For the Millennial Show.
Oh, that show is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, we had this guy singing and performing, and that performance was wild.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
How did you feel that day? Because I know for me, big facts, that day, at first, before I even got myself settled, okay, for you guys that don't know, I'm like an artist, and on that day, I was meant to draw live and everything, but to even start that, it took me like a huge step, like, and that was just drawing. But this guy right here, this guy was singing and dancing. I think at some point you even played the guitar, right?
Yeah, I played a solo to one of the tracks.
What track was that though?
It's still unreleased at this point. It's probably going to be the title of the album, which is Pomology.
You have an album coming soon?
Yeah, that's still in the works. The date is still in the works, but yeah, it's coming up pretty well.
So if you guys don't know, free promo right now, you know? Stay tuned, this man's dropping an album, you dig, fam.
Yeah.
But like, what did you do to prepare yourself that day? Because I know that once you just started, you never stopped.
A lot of rehearsal, a lot of last minute rehearsal, really.
Last minute?
To be honest, I didn't really know what to expect from the OV club. I didn't know what my space was because, well, when I performed, it was very limited space-wise. I only had like this and the runway. I did what I had to do. I did a few requests on how to move things around, but all in all, it worked out pretty well. The crowd was pretty lit. I didn't know that they messed with the funk or any of that older vibe sound.
The way you were serenading them girls that day, I was just like, can I just join this man on stage? Because I'm just trying to get some girls. But at this point, man's not doing anything like that. I'm just a solo dolo.
I did appreciate the people that were singing along. I do like crowd interaction. I think that's very important. I think that's lacking a lot in, people's performances these days. So, yeah, that was really cool.
Like, there was even a performance I watched. I'm not sure who it was. I think it was the opening for...
Yes, I think her name was Hannah, right?
Hannah.
The one who was doing the acoustic covers?
Yeah. And the thing is, nobody was really helping her, but, like, I was down, like, bro... The thing I like is when people come out on stage or you see that people are trying to like give their all in all to you, you're meant to like at least support them still. You're not here to just watch them perform alone. You're meant to help them still because we're all humans, right? Yeah. We all need help at some point. But like if the crowd had started at that point, don't mind me. They were a good crowd. But like if they had helped her that day, like just started off, it would have been crazy still.
Yeah. I believe in energy, and I think there was a lack of energy at the OV. Maybe people were shy, maybe people were...
Yeah, I think at the beginning, people just didn't know what to do.
People didn't know what to do. Because it's fairly a brand new thing that they were trying. Yeah. OV Club is a club, right? It's a nightclub, but then they were making it into an art show. Right?
True. It was like a change.
It was a good one. Shout out to Daniel. Daniel and Jake. They did a pretty good job.
Jake Letwin.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's actually how to pronounce his name, but he did a good job still.
Yeah.
Did a good job.
That's good pronunciation.
It was it actually? Okay, so like, I know your name is a bit hard to pronounce, Vincent.
That's
not hard to pronounce, but like, it's quite unique. And if you guys don't know how it's spelled V-I-N.
And then S-I-N-T.
Okay, I knew that.
That's actually my middle name.
Is your middle name?
Wanted to just switch it up a little bit.
I thought it was like some entirely different.
No, I'm Mark Vinsint Alimario, and then I just decided to make that my stage name. Like,
okay, wait. Why did you decide to make that your stage name? Because like most people, like Lil Pump and all that people, they just.
I think when I was choosing my name, I was in a very dark time. It was kind of like our early conversation about finding out what we want to do in life, dreams, and how we want to express ourselves, but we can't because we're scared. So I decided to express myself through that name, saying that, like, I got the word sin in it. Some people might say that's contradicting to religion.
Oh, yeah?
But, as human beings, we're just naturally that way, right? So I want to express it through that.
I actually didn't expect you to go that deep, but...
I know, me too, but it went there.
Would you say that's the kind of thing you put into your music and like your...
Right, actually, a lot of my music stems off of contrast. Like, I'm a very religious person, or maybe I should say spiritual.
Okay.
But I think religion's greatest enemy is sexuality, and sexuality's greatest enemy is religion. And I like to put those two in a song and make it work, because that's how people need to start looking at things like the world, politics, anything like that. Black, white, what left and right. It's all.
That's an interesting view, though. That's an interesting view. I mean, not many people have opened their minds to that aspect just yet. And most of the people...
Some people might think it's blasphemy, actually. I've gotten that quite a few times.
Really?
Yeah, but it doesn't bug me. It doesn't bug me.
So, I mean, based off what I've seen from you so far, from chilling with you and just like talking to you in general, you seem a bit like your own type of guy. Have you always been like this?
Yeah, I don't like attention where it's not needed. Aside from, I guess, being on stage. That's probably my favorite attention.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but aside from that, I like to be just on my own.
So you're definitely not an attention whore or nothing?
No. It's not bad to be one. It's not good to be one. But I personally don't. Like,
I see.
Cool.
I see. I mean, like, the thing is, with most people nowadays, with like Instagram and all that thing, it's just shaping people in a way where like, they're craving
don't
attention.
focus on your social media, folks.
Don't focus on your social media, but like have it popping still, because like you never know who's gonna stalk you. Like this guy, but like we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Like after today, you probably have like a lot of people on your social media. And, like
it's come a long way. It's come a long way. I think this year's was probably the biggest, in my opinion, the biggest like growth. Last year I was pretty underground. I'd like to think I still am. I kind of like it that way, but trust the process, right?
Trust the process, bro.
In God's time.
Always. Okay, so like I know you're all about God's time, which is why I'm gonna switch this up to something great. I'm gonna like play a quick game where you're gonna answer a few questions. Like it's just one. You have to choose one or the other, basically.
Okay.
Alright,
down.
Can we have the camera focused on his face? Alright then. Because this is going personal, blood. Man's already breaking a sweat. Alright, quick question. I mean, like you can take like a few seconds to like explain why you're choosing.
Yeah.
Just choose. Basically.
I got you.
Alright. You ready? Michael Jackson or The Weeknd?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson?
Yeah, definitely Michael Jackson.
Interesting choice. Football or basketball? Now when I say football, I mean like soccer.
Soccer?
Yeah.
I probably go with basketball. I've been following basketball for a very long time.
Like what type of fan are you though?
I think the longest time, I was more of a Spurs fan growing up, and then I went to the Celtics. Yeah. And now I really like LeBron James. Lakers. I still like LeBron though, and I'd like to see him win a ring.
Yeah, LeBron James is like quite an interesting person.
He is, man. I think he's a good role model too.
Exactly.
Personally, like
Definitely.
he's a good guy to look up to. True that.
Drake or Pusha T?
Beef or like career?
I mean, like you can have your reasons for choosing.
I personally think who's the best rapper? Who is the better rapper? Pusha T. Who is the better rapper in terms of like money wise and success? Drake. Who do I like more? Probably Drake. Drake speaks to me.
Coffee, water.
Water. I don't drink coffee.
Teleportation or speed?
Teleportation. That would come in handy.
Let's try to dip from beef and that. Black Panther, Spider-Man.
I like Spider-Man a lot more, but if I were to pick someone's power, Black Panther.
I feel that. Wakanda forever. Twitter or Tinder?
Twitter. I think people need to start, not that I have anything against Tinder, I think face-to-face, you know, people need to like start, you know, wooing girls a little bit. Old school. Sing to them. Write them letters.
See, that's your strong point. That's your strong point. Some people don't have that,
you know. Visit them at night. Don't always hit them up with that tongue shit, you know, emoji, whatever. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's good to go old school. So, goodbye
Tinder. I mean, personally, I don't know. Twitter.
Hey, if you got Tinder, it's all good.
Hey, I mean,
I don't judge.
you know, wine, cake.
Pardon?
Wine or cake?
Cake.
Cake?
Yeah.
French kiss or French fries?
French kiss or French fries? French fries.
French fries, bro?
Yeah.
French fries?
The way to a man's heart is food.
Nice choice. Soul or R&B?
Soul. Wait, what kind of R&B are we talking about? Modern day R&B or like the very root of R&B, as in like very, very old R&B? That's very close to jazz, very close to soul.
Okay, I would say like the very, very root of R&B.
The root of R&B? Probably that one. Yeah. Root of R&B is blues, right? Blues is basically every single genre. You hear that in hip hop, metal.
Okay, then let's not do this of R&B. Let's do like the latest or like this.
The latest R&B? I pick R&B.
I pick R&B?
You know, especially that Usher and R. Kelly shit.
You sure you still want to follow R. Kelly in that?
Yeah.
After what man's done?
I like R. Kelly's music. Definitely like his music.
Alright, cool. Stage or studio?
Stage. Stage is when you can really show to someone what you are as an artist.
Yeah, I like that choice.
Studio, you can auto-tune yourself. Studio, you can hide your face. Stage, you can't do none of that. You have to be the artist. Perform. Here's the mic. Here's the guitar. Sing.
Mad thing. Party hard or Netflix and chill?
Netflix and chill.
Bro, what?
Yeah.
You listen to this guy. A man's trying to do Netflix and chill, cuz.
I like to watch movies and just eat French fries.
I like the way you mentioned French fries, not just like, oh, what you're gonna do after, but like, it's calm.
G-rated. We'll keep it G-rated.
Alright, cool. G-rated. For the family. Dreams or reality?
Dreams. Because you can make dreams reality. We were just talking about this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We had like a proper conversation about all that.
Yep.
I really like your mentality in terms of all of that still. Apple Music or Spotify?
Spotify is definitely better by a hair. I pick Spotify.
By hair?
By a hair.
See, me, I'm
Currently,
always a
yeah.
Spotify guy. I don't know why people always be choosing Apple Music still. Like,
It could, I don't know. Preference. I'm a Spotify guy though. Yeah.
I do.
I like Spotify way more.
Man, I'm always a Spotify guy. Don't attack me, fam. Don't attack me. Ass or money?
Ass or money? Probably. What kind of question is that?
Is it a question
That is
meant to
either like you're either like thirsty or you're materialistic. I probably pick.
I mean, you don't have to pick money for like materialistic reasons.
If I were to choose from that answer, I'd pick money.
Alright,
I'd probably pick
cool,
money. You know, money measures your success, right? So.
True.
Ass doesn't really measure your success.
True that.
Thank you, sir.
Rêves. Oh my god. Do you see that?
Whoa.
That's a mad thing, fam. Look at that, fam.
You guys gotta get this.
You guys gotta get this, fam. You gotta get this. You got that? Cool, yeah. Like the way people in Winnipeg really do their stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was, and it's kind of quite like an inspiration to like help people move forward, because at some point I've noticed that there's this artistic ambition or like this vibe that some people lack here. and the way that they view it, other people other than artistic people or people that are quite creative, they view it as just something that's just like for fun. They don't know that people actually want to move forward with this thing. You know what I mean? Especially with the people in Winnipeg where like they charge lower. I mean, not that they charge lower. They wanna pay, or they value stuff like that lower than they actually do stuff that is not even as good as what we're doing. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like photographers are underpaid. Artists are underpaid because most people don't really value their works. They don't know that they're really putting their heart and soul into this stuff. Like, I mean, look at you, for example. Your art is just your music, your instrumentalism. I don't know if that's a word, but I'm making a word right now.
It's a word now.
I'm making a word right now, but like, you really put much effort into that thing, and most people don't recognize that. You understand?
That's the interest. Yeah, I get it. Because, for example, production-wise, you're only gonna hear the song, right? You're not, unless if you're really the type to listen to everything, then you'd hear the bass line, you'd hear the drums, you'd hear the vocal harmonies. But that's a good statement you make. Probably the reason why people don't even bother is because they don't even believe in the art, the creativity of art.
And that thing, it just, I don't know, it messes with me sometimes. Because when you undervalue my art, you're not missing, I'm not gonna be hurt. You're just missing out on the greatness that is me.
Correct, and that, like I personally think people need to start chasing that dream. It doesn't matter if it's an art.
Exactly.
You know, you don't got to be a doctor.
You don't have
successful.
See?
You know, you could be a photographer making more money than a doctor.
True that.
It just depends how hard you're working.
Did you know there was like a model who made about $1 million in a year, just 1 year?
I wouldn't be surprised, because I'm sure he wasn't even surprised either, because he's probably telling himself every day, oh, you know what, people don't believe me, but I believe in myself, and I'm gonna make it anyway. So when he probably made it, he was probably like, I expected this.
Exactly.
It doesn't even surprise
and the thing is that
anymore.
when people see that, then they start to try, like, they're trying to ride the bandwagon. You know what I mean? It's like, oh,
that's my favorite
do you
part.
remember when I was there for you? I'm like, bro,
that's gonna come. That's actually, you should take that actually, in my opinion, a compliment if people's bandwagon or pretend to know you.
True that.
It's because I don't know, some people want to ride your wave, and you can use that to your benefit.
True.
Like, I believe in positivity, so
Definitely.
even people that will hate you, you know, they'll talk about you. They'll click on your video. They'll click on your stuff. So
Lord have mercy.
they're like, check this guy out. Like, I hate his music. Here, I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, I know you just
you just gave me a view.
Exactly.
So it's all good.
Like there was this guy, you know, Kendrick Collection Lounge.
Yep.
There was because I modeled for that, right? And like immediately the video dropped. Immediately people realized, oh, this guy's actually like making moves or trying to move forward with his life. Then the DMs start to pop in. Like, oh, you were here? Oh my God, you did this? Oh my God. And then people, like, there's some people that are still throwing shade at me, but the fact that I believed in myself, the fact that I knew.
That's all you need.
Exactly. I just believe, I was like, yo, I can actually do this better than most of the people out here. Because not everyone is really putting, like, they're not really putting, what would I call it? They're not putting effort and emotion into it. They're not like looking into it like it's something that they want to do. They're just doing it for sport or doing it for hobby. You know what I mean?
I understand you. That's one of actually my dreams for Winnipeg. I do have a personal goal.
Oh yeah?
In Winnipeg is, I think this city needs to start uniting instead of segregating. A lot of people are trying to make it, but for example, if you are an artist and I'm a singer, eventually you and I are gonna feel like we're gonna compete.
Exactly.
You know, and there
shouldn't be that.
There shouldn't be.
That's the thing with the industry. It's like people are always fighting each other when you
Yeah.
get to unite. You know what
No, I don't like that. I don't like it. So people need to start, like, I need to start congratulating you when you release something.
Exactly.
And if I got something, like, there shouldn't be any envy or, like, you know, malicious intent.
And it shouldn't be until the person is gone before you actually start to like recognize what they're doing. You understand what I mean?
The moment you feel jealous is the day you lost already.
Exactly.
So, and whenever people say something about you, it's just a reflection of themselves.
True. I mean, like you mentioned that you have like this dream. Like, what is your end goal with like your music? Like,
I want to be quite the influential person. You know,
Oh, yeah?
I want to be very influential musically. You know, I'm doing something different. I want people to start. Trap is cool. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
Trap is cool. Pop is cool. But it's always changing. Trap's not gonna be cool in the next 10 years. Something else is.
Exactly the same way. Like
do something different.
The same way like mumble rap right now is a thing.
Mumble rap is, man, if I became a mumble rapper.
But you be making a bag still.
But I don't want to do that. I want to
You just want to
change
do your
it.
own thing.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Like, there's always gonna be a time and a place. You understand what I mean? Like, your time
Facts.
is gonna come. The thing is, most people, especially your parents, don't really understand that your time is there. They look at you like, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. I mean, I
That's the
understand
mentality
that
of
they're trying
security. Yeah.
Exactly.
I can't blame the older generation to think that way, or maybe even our generation. There's a lot of people that still think that way, but it's cool because I respect that actually. But it's also not bad to do risks, to venture out, to fly somewhere else, sleep in a fucking train all your life, but then make it the next day. That's the singer Magic. That's what he did. Why you gotta be so rude?
Oh,
yeah, he literally slept in the train for like all his life, and then now he's fucking rich.
Big man thing.
Anything can happen. You put your heart into it, it's gonna happen.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because like, I understand that they want to secure a great future for us, but at the same time, they're killing the creativity of the newer generation. Now, don't mind me. I understand that when you look at the newer generation, they see like people who aren't really so hardworking and all that. People, there's some of us that are not really, because we all just want to sit down and play with our phones and that, because they just want to see the output of everything. They don't want to see how much work they have to put in, or they don't want to put that effort.
Yeah.
But like, the thing is, if you're being told not to do stuff, like especially stuff like, I mean, not stupid stuff like selling crack and that, but like, you know what I mean, like if
some
you're
people gotta do that though.
I mean, some people have to do that, but like not in a way where you have to like steal shit and all that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Yeah. No,
stuff
I know what
that's
you're
like
saying.
really contradicting to what you're trying to do. You know
What you're trying to say is people need to be smarter.
People need to be smarter with their decisions. But
we literally, our generation has the power to change anything at this point, and it's all on our phone. You can contact anyone in different countries.
Exactly.
You can contact record labels if you wanted to.
Big man.
Doesn't mean you're gonna get accepted, but you can contact. The fact that we can do that means that our choices are endless.
I mean, just the other day,
Possibilities are
like
endless.
this guy that modeled with me at the Kenja launch, he applied to Panache models at least 20 times. They rejected him almost every time except for the last time, because they seen what he was about. You know what I mean? Because at first people wouldn't accept who you are, they wouldn't accept what you want, or they wouldn't accept because you don't fit to the certain criteria that the society has modeled for us.
I
But
don't like that
if you
stuff.
keep working hard, and because like the thing is, the majority reject like new ideas, except if it makes if it's like until they see like the end goal or like the output of everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, if you see that people are rejecting your ideas, just keep working harder. And you see, you understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And for you, I've just seen like me, bro. I used to play the saxophone, but like I don't know how you be playing all these instruments like the guitar.
Oh, I don't know. I just watched Stevie Wonder when I was younger. Stevie, Prince.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, I gotta be like them.
That's how you start.
I like people, like, if I want to be really respected, I want to learn all the instruments and dig deep into music.
So
and,
like,
grab the roots and learn from the best.
That's cool.
Yeah, like.
Was that what like motivated you to?
Probably. I think music helped me out. Like, music helps out people even in their dark days, right? So that's one of the reasons. And then two, I wanted to do everything, because I guess I wasn't able to explain the funk genre to producers here. So I was like, man, fuck it, I'll do it myself. True that. I learned the bass. I had to learn everything, and I just took a full advantage of that. And yeah.
I mean, if people don't do it, you gotta do it yourself. You know what I mean?
Which is not an issue, but like people always got to work together, right? So if you're gonna do all the production, have someone market it, have someone make like an art for you, have someone do photography. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and that's part of networking, and that's the thing I was saying about Winnipeg. We all gotta help each other out. We're all trying to make it,
Definitely.
It's not really a competition. It's really just if you get there first, well, you're gonna help out everybody else.
True that.
Like
and
everybody
that's the thing
eats.
I see with like most artists. Like some people, if you ask them how they did this or how they did that, they're always opposing to like share these ideas with you.
Of course, man. Even if like little things, like they don't want to like tweet about you or
like, bro,
push you on their Snapchat story. Don't take that into offense, but at the same time, you should be. It's gonna take 2 minutes out of your day, right?
Yeah.
Show some love.
I think that.
People need to start showing some love.
True.
And yeah, that's what we need to work on.
Okay, so like, I have one question. I mean, most people already know that I've been calling you like the Michael Jackson. I keep messing his name up. Michael Jackson S-type guy. Like, who would you compare yourself to like today's artists out there? I mean, it doesn't have to be an artist. It could also be like a sport guy, an athlete, anyone.
I think I've never really had major role models. I've had a few inspirations. Probably Prince is my biggest inspiration.
Prince.
James Brown, those guys. But I don't really like to compare myself to anyone. I portray me.
You portray you?
I portray me, yeah.
I think that.
And I think that's the most important part about finding out who you are. You gotta portray yourself. You can't be like everybody else.
True
You
that.
want to be different. You know, you gotta branch out from your idols and then spark something
You have to make
fresh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because once you induct or you put in the soul into the work you're doing, then it's hard for you to even stop. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because most
People will compare you to other people
Exactly.
because that's just natural. You know, that's how they relate to you. But
Yeah.
aside from that, at the end of the day, you're still you and I'm still me. And that's who I want to be.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Like speaking about relation, like you said, that's how people relate to you, right?
Yeah.
So like we're trying to get people to know you or to understand more about you. Like, so is there like a woman in your life we need to know about, bro? See,
Secret.
this point where he just like paused. You already know man's a ladies
Secret.
man still. Secret?
Yeah.
You're not gonna
I do
share?
write a lot of my music is inspired by relationships or other people's stories about relationships. And I guess you'll find the answer from my music.
Oh yeah, like Bird's Hill, right? Is it Bird's Hill?
Oh, I guess we're talking about our old shit now.
I saw that on YouTube. When I was
Yeah.
looking it up.
That was a lot of my music back then was inspired by Johnny Ray and The Weeknd. And a lot of that darker music. Yeah, I was a very different kid back then.
A very
I'd
different
say,
kid.
Yeah.
So like, what changed?
I was a very like bitter person back then, probably. It's all a matter of fact of growing and staying woke and self growth is
I
kind of
mean,
when you
not
mature.
Self growth is definitely important,
Self growth is important. If you don't grow,
bro. You're just gonna stay in the same spot, and that's not what we want,
and you
right?
become like this very grumpy person that gets very jealous of everybody. Nobody wants to be that.
True that.
But there are people that become that, and that's the thing we gotta step out from.
Yeah,
And that's one of my dreams, to change people that way.
that's cool.
Yeah.
You do have a lot of dreams, Is there
I have a lot of dreams, but they all meet one end goal, in my opinion.
And what's your end goal?
To be an influencer.
To be an influencer.
Yeah.
Like not Donald Trump type influencer or anything like
I'd like to be as influential as Donald Trump,
that.
just not the way he did it, just not the way or things he says.
Okay. So you don't agree with him?
Oh, of course not.
Of course not.
I get why people.
Are we actually gonna talk about Donald Trump?
I get why people. I get why people voted for him. Makes sense. Some people do think he's gonna change, but everyone has their opinions. Not everyone's racist who voted for him. People's got their own reasons.
Yeah.
Donald Trump's still a person. I believe he could change too.
I mean, you don't have to talk about Donald Trump.
Hey, you brought him up, man.
Bro, I'm just asking the right questions, I just know I want to know where you stand, bro.
Promoting Donald Trump. That's funny.
That's cool. I mean, it's not too bad.
It's good you mention him because he is. A lot of people think he's a form of negativity. So, I think anyone can change though, even him.
True. That's calm though. I mean, like, before we were talking about like, you being in Florida. What were you doing down there in Florida? Like,
Oh, I was just in a family vacation.
just family vacation?
Yeah.
No like tours or anything?
Oh God, I
planned?
wish.
Like,
I wish.
you're obviously releasing an album soon.
Yes, I have yet to figure out the date, but the music's finished.
The music's finished already?
The music is
Or is that
finished.
what you're giving us a teaser about?
I am, yes,
Oh
I am.
my God.
I'm testing the waters.
The water. Man, don't
testing
stop
the
being
waters,
British
bro.
over here.
I'm just testing the waters because I want to see what people will think. People are still in that popular music mindset with
Yeah.
the trap and the pop,
Yeah.
cool, which is cool, but it's time to switch the game up.
I mean, like, do we expect like some English type vibe with the new stuff?
A lot of my roots are 70s, 80s,
Mm-hmm.
like funk and R&B.
Oh yeah.
That's what I grew up with, so you can expect more of that.
Hmm.
Yeah, with the topics of religion and how it
Yeah.
contrasts to
Religion and how it contrasts.
human
to it.
nature.
Alright, cool.
Yep.
Because I noticed your art or your work seems to like just stem into that, especially what we've talked about. You know what I mean?
I can't help it. Maybe it's just the way, like, being a youth. You think about like worldly things, but at the same time, God's still there, right? I'm not trying to make this religious, but
Definitely.
that's one of the things I think about.
That's fantastic. Still.
Yeah, man.
I mean, like, it was lovely chatting with you.
Appreciate
And
it.
like getting this nice ass coffee, like with Rev and all that big man thing,
Get that shit,
You already
right?
know, cuz. But like, yeah, it's big, man. I mean, with the photo shoot yet to come and the other
Stay
content
tuned. Yep.
that's gonna come out, people are gonna expect to see a lot of you.
We'll see, bro. We'll see.
We'll see. Alright, definitely. Big man thing.
Appreciate it. Hey.